My name is Sully, better known as Pius. I can help with surahs so I can recite.
My name is Suhaila, memorizing surahs, reading the Quran, and practicing the Sunnah.
My name is Mommy, better known as Umi. Islamic education is key to the family. We tune in every day to learn something new, and Sunnahfollowers is helping us, and it could help you too. Tune in every day for new programming. Stay tuned.
And much more.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wake up in the morning, hands and feet get wet. My Lord, get wet. Get wet, my Lord. Wet, my Lord. Wet, my Lord. Wake up in the morning, hands and feet get wet. Getting ready for our conversation, deep and in depth. Obligations are serious and need to be met. So I prepare so I won't forget. Go ahead and make a good intention. Yeah, yeah. You can write for some good things. Yeah, make a donation to the side and go from left to make it right. Just remember and don't lose sight. Jannah is the goal. Jannah is the goal. Jannah is the goal. He said, pray as you see me pray. Utter these words that you hear me say. Based on the Sunnah, worship Him, just follow Him.
Assalamu alaikum.
As you
New class coming to you every Monday and Wednesday, taught by Ustad Laila Nasheeba, the fiqh of prayer. Every Monday and Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Inshallah, we'll see you there. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers.
Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I want to welcome everybody to our class on how to perform the prayer. How to perform the prayer the way the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us to pray, not anybody's book, okay? And tonight, what I'm going to do for this class, I'm not going to make it long because I know some of you got to go to work, and I know the weather is cold and bad in a lot of places. Tonight, what I'm going to do is answer the question about the Sutra. And I really don't like, I really feel bad teaching this class tonight because this is basic stuff that every Muslim should know about the Sutra. But it's a reminder how we're living in the days of fitan, the days in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us of what will happen right before the war against Islam, which is what's really started. The war against Islam really has started. And he talked about how should you live to see this, the things that will be happening. And one of the things he spoke about is how Islam will become so distorted, how the people will have deviated away from the original Islam and divided up into sects and groups. The Ruwaybida. And who are the Ruwaybida? These are women and men who can talk about everything that's going on in the world. They can talk and talk and talk. You know, they can tell you all about the political situation. They can talk about psychology and all of that. They seem to have something to say about everything and everybody, but they don't understand the basics of Islam. They don't know how to pray correctly. They don't understand the lawful and the unlawful. They'll issue Islamic verdicts that go against what Allah says, that go against what the Prophet said. And those days are here because this topic, the Sutra, it came up about 3 years ago. SubhanAllah, There was a young man from Palestine, from Gaza. Shows that a law is a law. We had a brother from Gaza. He didn't speak English. He was speaking in his Arabic language. And we had someone highly respected here who technically should have been teaching him. The person was instead interpreting for this young boy when that should have never happened in and of itself. The day, no, if anything, that man who was interpreting for this young boy should have been the one teaching that class, because he's more than qualified and got much more knowledge than this young misguided kid had. But anyway, to make the story short, it was about the Sutra, the same thing I'm getting ready to teach now. And this young boy answered a question incorrectly and said that if a woman walks in front of a man, she breaks your prayer. This is not correct. There is no doubt about it. There's no question about it, because one of the companions made that same comment. It was Ibn Masud. Ibn Masud made that same comment. He was saying that if a woman or a dog walks in front of you, your prayer is broken. But he was corrected. Aisha, radiallahu anha, corrected Ibn Masud. She said, this is not true. Also, Ibn Abbas corrected him and said, that's not true. And also Ibn Umar corrected him and said, that's not true. And also Sa'id al-Khudri corrected him and said, that's not true. He was corrected by all the other companions, Ibn Masud was, about that statement. A woman does not break your prayer. In fact, nothing breaks your prayer, not even an animal. But, and we tried to correct that young man that was speaking. And the man, that stubbornness that we talked about, that stubbornness, too stubborn to say, okay, I'm wrong. Even when we had a scholar, a real scholar, Sheikh Morsi joined, and Sheikh Morsi corrected him and gave him the same hadiths I'm getting ready to present to y'all today. The same hadiths that I'm giving y'all today. And the boy did not take the correction. And it led to a great fitting here on our website. And what happens, happens. And it just makes me sad, because this is the era that we're living in. Everybody wants to be a scholar. These young boys who ain't lived long enough. These young boys who can't even speak properly. And then they get an attitude when you correct them. They have no respect for the elders. They have no respect for the real scholars. You guys can see what's going on the internet now, smashing and slandering real scholars who are not even here to defend themselves. It's just sad. So this is a sad class for me to teach, because it's taking me down memory lane of 3 years ago, and I don't like that, because it's just sad. But anyway, we're gonna speak about the Sutra. All the hadiths are authentic. I'll have my PowerPoint here so you guys can see, and all the companions were in agreement, and let's get started. So make sure you take screenshots and everything too, so you'll have these hadiths. Let's put it up on the screen. Wait, let me make myself where I can screen share. Okay, hold on. Let's try it again. Oh, you're glad that I'm doing this? That's good, because yeah, we need to talk about that sutra. I know. I tell you, I get your emails. It's just that I don't respond to some of you because I get so busy doing other stuff. But yeah, I get your emails. So we're going to discuss the sutra today. What is the sutra? This is an Arabic word that refers to putting something in front of you when you pray. that will prevent people from walking in front of you to distract the prayer. And it's preferred. And I want you guys to pay attention to the wording, because wording is everything. It's preferred. I repeat, it's preferred. And I repeat again, it's preferred for the person who is praying to place something in front of him in order to keep others from walking in front of him, and to keep his eyes focused on that floor so you don't end up looking around and become distracted. So that's what the sutra is. And the purpose of it is to have something in front of you that will keep you from looking around at what other people are doing. And also, it'll let the people know not to walk directly in front of you because you're praying. And look at the hadith. This is from Abu Sa'id. He said that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whenever you pray, you should pray toward your sutra and stand close to it. And this hadith is authentic. So if I'm going to pray with a sutra in front of me, let's say I'm going to use my car keys. I have my car keys on my purse. Let's use the purse because you can see my purse. Say I'm at the mosque and I'm going to get ready to make 2 rakats for the mosque. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to put my purse directly in front of me. That's my sutra. That'll help me to keep my eyes on the spot on the floor where my head will be. And that will let you know, don't walk in front of her. Okay? We have this hadith from Ibn Umar. May Allah be pleased with him. He said that when the Prophet went out to pray the Eid prayer, he asked for a spear and he put it in front of himself. And he offered prayer facing it. And the people prayed behind him. He would also do that with a spear whenever he was traveling. And also the other people of authority when traveling would do the same. All of these hadiths are authentic. And I want you guys to pay attention to outside. The word outside when traveling. Outside when traveling. Outside when traveling. When you're outside, you don't have any walls. When you're in your house, you have walls. I have walls in my house. If I'm going to pray in my bedroom, I'm going to go in my room and close my door. Do I have to have a sutra? I'm in my bedroom and I live by myself. Who the heck is going to walk in front of me? Okay? And the beginning said preferred. Preferred. So what does this tell you? We'll get back to that. Now, one of the brothers came to me and asked me about the sutra, praying with it and praying without it. I normally do not use the 4 imams, but I'm doing it for these 2 brothers here. The Hanafi Muslims and the Maliki Muslims. The Hanafi and Maliki scholars are of the opinion that a person should place a sutra in front of him only. I repeat, only if you fear that someone will walk in front of you. If you don't think anyone's going to walk in front of you, then you don't have to pray with a sutra. So that's why when you brothers go to the mosque, you see some brothers praying with the sutra and other brothers not. Well, it depends on the school of thought that they follow. And if they're following the Hanafi and Maliki school of thought, They don't believe that they have to have a sutra in front of them because they're not afraid that you're going to walk in front of them. Okay? And where did Imam Hanafi and Imam Malik get this from? They based it on this authentic hadith. I repeat, this authentic hadith from Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, said that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed in an open area and there was nothing in front of him, so he did not use a sutra. Okay? And now I'm going to answer the question. That's why the majority of the scholars tell you that you don't have to have a sutra when you pray. That the sutra is not an obligation. It's preferred to have one if you can. But can I tell you that because you didn't have a sutra, your prayer is not valid? No. Especially when we have this authentic hadith, and I'm going to show you some more. There's others too. Especially when we have authentic hadiths where the Prophet didn't use a sutra all the time. Okay, if it was an obligation, then you would have a hadith where the Prophet Muhammad said your prayer is not accepted without a sutra. Just like he said, your prayer is not accepted without wudu. Your prayer is not accepted. Okay? So I hope you brothers take a screenshot of this. That's why when you go to the mosque, brother Amir, when you go to the mosque, some of the brothers pray with a sutra and some don't. They probably following this hadith here and these opinions here. And these hadiths, this opinion of the Hanafis and Maliks is based on Ibn Abbas. All right. So that brings, and by the way, I support that view too. That's the view that I support too, that the sutra is not an obligation. Like I said, I'm at home. I don't need no sutra. Ain't nobody walking in front of me. Nobody better not be in my house. If somebody in my house, they going down. They going down. If somebody in my house trying to walk in front of me, that prayer is over. Laila getting ready to roundhouse kick. You understand? And somebody going out. Somebody going down. Okay? Plus we have walls and stuff too. All right? So now that brings us to the next question. What are the requirements for something to be considered a sutra? Well, anything that you put in front of you will qualify as a sutra, even if it's the end of your bed. If you pray facing your bed, that's why I say when you're at home, you got walls. I'm going to pray facing my dresser, my bed, my wall, my table. Anyway, anything that you put in front of you will qualify as a sutra. Where's my dalil? Well, we have this authentic hadith where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when you offer your prayer, you should make a partition for your prayer, even if it is with an arrow. And this hadith is authentic. So you praying and you got your table in front of you, your bed in front of you, the wall is in front of you, your purse is in front of you, your cat is in front of you. Oh yeah, my cats are my sutras too. They like to sit in front of me when I go to pray. They serve the purpose of protecting me. That's a sutra. All right. Also, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, when you pray, you should place something in front of you. If you can't find anything, then prop your staff in front of you. Or like I tell y'all, put your purse in front of you. If you don't have a staff or a purse or a car key, then draw a line on the ground in front of you. Then nothing that passes in front of you will harm you. Now, what the Muslims don't understand is the passing in front of. So let me break that down in plain, simple English. All right. A lot of Muslims think that, let's say I'm making salat, this is my sutra. I'm praying, I'm standing right behind this phone. This is my sutra. Allahu Akbar, praying. You can walk in front of the sutra, but what you can't do is walk between. It's really, as Dr. Asim would say, that's why you have to read the hadith in the Arabic language. As Dr. Asim would say, that hadith is very badly translated into English. Because in English, the hadith says, don't walk in front of the person and his sutra. What it should be is between. You can walk, that's the purpose of the sutra. You can walk here all you want to. What you can't do is come here between me and my sutra. Do you guys understand? Am I showing you? Can you guys see what I'm doing? This is my sutra. You can walk in front of it all you want to. That's the part. Don't walk in. You can walk in front of my phone. Walk all you want to. But what you can't do is come and squeeze between me and my phone. Me and my phone. Don't come trying to squeeze here. Y'all understand? That's an example as to how some of these hadiths are not translated well into English. And I think that's the problem that non-Arabic speaking people have with these hadiths. All right? So that's the purpose. You can walk in front of it all you want to. Just don't come here. Don't come between me and it. Does everybody understand? Okay. Now, let's get back to it. So, also, we have a hadith where the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam prayed with a pillar, prayed facing a pillar of his mosque. He also prayed facing a tree. He prayed facing the bed which Aisha was lying on when she was on her menses. And he would tap her leg to make her move him out the way while he bowed and prostrated. All this is proof that ain't nothing breaking my prayer here. He also prayed facing his camel, and he prayed facing his saddle, and so on. So anything that I put in front of me can be a sutra. It can be my cat. It can be this bottle of water. And if I have this bottle of water on the floor in front of me, what does that mean? That means you can walk out here. You can walk in front of me all you want to. But don't come between me and the bottle. Don't come between me and the bottle. You can walk all out here, but not in here. Everybody understand? Okay. So anything can be a sutra. Anything. Okay. But now we're going to get to the good part. That's why you have to stand a certain way. Because, oh, wait a minute, here's this also too. Let me read this hadith. Telha, may Allah be pleased with him, said, we used to pray and the animals. This is my dalil. Where's the proof? that I'm telling y'all that those hadiths are translated into English wrong, first of all, learn Fusha and you will see. Secondly, here's the dalil. Telha said, we used to pray and the animals would walk in front of us. We told the prophet about this. He said, if anything the size of a saddle is in front of you, nothing that walks beyond it will harm you. Sahih Muslim, hello, authentic, hands down. And this is the dalil that Sheikh Morsi gave to that young boy from Gaza. He told that young boy from Gaza, you're wrong, telling the people that a woman breaks your prayer, because that's not true. As the prophet said, if you put something in front of you as a sutra, they can walk in front of it all they want to. It's not going to harm you. He was trying to tell the guy from Gaza, because you guys will be surprised how many Arabs do not speak Fusha. They speak slang. This brother spoke Palestinian slang. He needed to learn Fusha, because if he read the hadith in the Arabic, which is the Fusha, he would have known. You can walk in front of the sutra all you want to. You just can't come here between it. Okay? So don't think, like I tell you guys, just because a person speaks Arabic don't mean nothing. Arabic has become a broke down language just like these other languages. Unless that person is speaking Fusha, he don't know what he's talking about, because everybody have their own slang dialect. Okay? Don't get duped by these people that want you to think because they speak Arabic, they some scholar. They are no scholar. Okay? Especially if they're saying things like this to contradict what the prophet has already said. All right? Also, the sutra of the imam is the sutra of anyone who is praying behind him. What does that mean? That means if the imam is leading you outside and he has a sutra, his sutra is your sutra. So you don't have to go around getting upset because you are praying and somebody walks in front of you and you don't have a sutra. The imam sutra is yours. Okay? We have this hadith where one of the companions said, we were coming down a path near Mecca with the prophet, and the time for prayer came. The prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam prayed facing a wall, and we were behind him. A lamb tried to pass in front of him, and he prevented the lamb from doing so until its stomach was up against the wall. Okay? So the prophet's sutra was their sutra. Also, Ibn Abbas, he says, I was riding a donkey and I was at the time on the threshold of maturity. And the prophet was leading the people in prayer at Mina. I passed in front of the road and I let the animal graze. And then I joined the rows and no one objected to this. Sheikh Morsi he used this hadith too. Just because a man walked in front of you or a donkey walked in front of you, your prayer is not broken, number one. The prophet didn't say everybody's prayer is invalidated because a donkey is here and Ibn Abbas is walking in front. Just like he did not say that the prayer is invalid when Aisha was lying in front of him as his sutra on her menses. We have to be careful what we take from these other people. So these hadith prove that it's allowed to pass in front of the people who are following the imam, and that the sutra is required for the imam and the people pray individually. Y'all got that? And finally, like I told you guys, the sutra should be placed close enough so that there's enough space for you to prostrate. And the same applies to the distance between the rows and the prayer. Okay? And you should stand close because, again, the people can't come between you and it. They can walk around it, but not between you. And Bilal, may Allah be pleased with him, says that between the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the wall in front of him, there was a space of 3 arms lengths. And this is Bukhari. Okay, so you make that sutra close to you where you have enough room to bow, to prostrate. No one comes between that, but they can walk around that. And again, between the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his sutra was enough space for a sheep to pass through. And I really hope this stuff is clear because it's so simple. Okay? Oh, somebody said something. Is somebody in the Zoom room? By the way, I can't see in the Zoom. What's going on in the Zoom room? Wait a minute. Am I still connected? I can't see, guys. Oh, oh, you got everybody's mic muted in the Zoom room? It's unmuted now. Okay.
Dr. Jamali wanted to speak.
Okay, now let me tell you, Fatma, the only reason I muted everybody was because y'all weren't here and they kept getting on the mic coughing and had their news playing. If you there, Walaikum salam. If you there's Dr. Jamali. Wait a minute. Let me switch. I can't see. Y'all know I'm looking at Zoom, but I'm streaming. Or let me see. I didn't see you. Where you at? Okay, turn your camera on. Wait a minute, hold on. There he is. Okay, can y'all turn him on there? Okay, there he is. Okay. All right.
You make me run from downstairs.
I'm sorry, I didn't know she had everybody muted. I didn't know.
Why? Because you see that was very important stuff.
Okay.
Can I speak?
Yeah, you got the mic. Go ahead. And you're on camera too. Go ahead.
Number one, the sutra, brother and sister, Laila, sutra, it is sunnah mu'akkada. يعني حديث الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم البخاري كلمة تنشد الحبيب in Arabic قال البخاري إذا صلى أحدكم فليصلي إلى سترة وليجد منها. A person want to pray, you have to have a sutra. Sutra is my sutra here. Is my sutra. I pray here. There's sutra. And he closer to it. It's sunnah mu'akkad, it must. But Sister Laila, with all my respect, impossible a person from Gaza Strip, my city, from Gaza Strip, especially Gaza Strip, where 2.5 million people in Gaza Strip in the war right now, number one in their life, Salah, more than anything else.
Yeah, I know, but you remember when it happened because you was here. I called you, and you tried to correct the brother too, and he wouldn't be corrected.
But impossible. A person from Gaza didn't know how to pray right, especially Gaza. With all my respect, Sheikh Morsi or Adli or God, I know Gaza very well.
Yeah, but you knew you didn't know this brother though. I asked if you knew. Remember you said you didn't know? He was in Gaza.
Maybe he's from Gaza, but he lived in America.
No, he was in Gaza. Yeah, because we had to stream him from there.
In Gaza, 3 months, I lived more than 40 masjid. Every Salah.
And his family, he lost his family too in the war.
Yeah, but Sutra, with all my brothers and sisters, very important. Sutra, unfortunately, not everybody understands this. And Sister Laila speak about it. And that's why I run from, now I'm supposed to sleep, by the way. I run downstairs just because Sutra. Sutra, every Muslim, male and female, has to have a Sutra. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the hadith is very clear. إذا صلى أحدكم, if somebody pray, he pray next to the sutra. and closer to you. It must be. And the sutra, by the way, you can be like this. But hold on, some people do the sutra, a cell phone, something like this. No, had to be minimum. Have the goat, the size of the goat. You mean that like this? That's sutra, or the wall, And Sister Laila, the beautiful Aisha radiallahu anha, she was the sutra of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But Aisha stealing, not moving around, very important. You know, can a man or a woman, your wife or your daughter or your mother, muhrim, in front of you, not moving around, they can be sutra. This one, like, there's a sutra also. There's a side, but I can be sutra. Okay, so sutra, as Sister Laila said, yes, is sunnah. The key here, sunnah mu'akkada. Why? What is mu'akkada? I mean, must have it. But not every masjid have this, by the way. Except my masjid in South Carolina, before I leave, we have a lot of sutra. But the key, the imam is supposed to teach the people about how important the sutra for the salah. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, sister, for interruption.
No, you got it right. And by the way, for the brother that's asking, this is why I tell you, look at my PowerPoint. If you understand how to research Islam, these are the hadiths, and I'm giving you the sources. Yep. There's the source of all these hadiths are right here. You know.
All of them correct hadith. I just was listening. That's why I came downstairs.
Yeah, I'm talking about the brother that's asking me, can I give him a reference? Brother, can you read? Because the references are my PowerPoint. Maybe you're not used to a reference. Maybe you used to fatwas.
If you are Gaza, you speak Arabic. You speak Arabic with him.
He's American. Yeah. His name is Bernard.
Oh, okay. Brother Bernard, the Sunnah Mu'akkada, Sutra Sunnah Mu'akkada. All the Sister Laila mentioned, I was actually observed at my office. I came to my office, but all the hadith, Sister Laila mentioned that opportunity or corrected hadith. Actually, she mentioned two of them actually from Al-Bukhari and two Muslim and Tirmidhi, and all of them authentic hadith.
There the sources are, brother. They're all here. These are Bukhari hadiths and Muslim.
Yes. Yeah, Muslim, yes. Okay. All right, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Jazakumullah khairan. So, Allah increase your knowledge, all of you, brother and sister.
Yeah, thank you.
Any more questions about salah before I go to sleep?
No, you did a good job. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Yeah.
I just was in Masjid Salat al-Isha. I have a question about Salah. Ramadan is coming today, 22nd of Rajab, in 1 month and 1 week Ramadan. And a lot of people bringing people to lead the Salah, to memorize the Quran. But the key daily for them to pray right. If you and I, Sister Laila, before Ramadan, like a session, how to pray right, like a workshop. You know, I gotta stand in here and pray how Rasulullah pray, and pray as you see me pray, as the hadith of Rasulullah. One day we can do that, inshallah, before Ramadan, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, mashallah. May Allah bless you for that, Dr. Jamali.
We're gonna make it like a workshop, not
that'd
only
be good.
lecture. Yeah, we are gonna stand in front of everyone, and Sister Laila will speaking back and forth, but we're gonna practice how Rasulullah prayed. Why? 3 ayat in the Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah. Allah يقول هذا ما وجدنا عليه آباءنا وإنا على آثارهم مقتدون. Another ayah, muhtadun, another ayah. So that was our grandfather learned, and we can follow footsteps. But that, yes, maybe you're right, your father, okay, grandfather good, but sometimes not. But the key, me, you, us, we have to follow Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he said, pray as you see me pray, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All right, inshallah. Inshallah, Sister Laila will have a 2-3 days workshop, inshallah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Once just before Ramadan, we'll do that. The goal to prepare ourselves to have a perfect salah. And in Salah Isha today, in my Facebook right now, I consider to Laila also Ramadan coming. Everybody prepare, but we have to make sure salah is right. If not, pray Isha, Tarawih home, not home. Not some people will get fast salah. Yes, we're gonna go home. We're gonna go home. Okay, but inshallah, making more details. Sister Laila and I. جزاكم الله خير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك. أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Good night, everyone.
Alhamdulillah. Now, Brother Bernard, let me Brother Bernard, let me turn my camera back on. Okay. Can you see me now? Okay. Now, Brother Bernard, I want you guys, for you new shahadas, I want y'all to understand Islam. The Prophet Muhammad did not speak with numbers. Okay? He didn't say, thou shalt not fornicate. Hadith number 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Y'all understand that? That's not how we learn Islam. When we memorize the hadiths, and I memorized all the hadiths, the entire Sutra, all thousands of them. I didn't memorize numbers because numbers have nothing to do with it. It's the meaning of the hadith. So if you ask for a reference, the reference is the book. It's not a number. Okay? So if you ask me, Sister Laila, what's the reference that the prophet prayed and his sutra was wide enough for a sheep to pass? If you ask a person of knowledge, not just me, but any scholar on this planet, when you ask us for a reference, we're going to tell you what I told you, Bukhari and Muslim and Nasai. We don't go around quoting numbers. Numbers is not a part of a hadith. The prophet didn't speak with numbers. Hadith is an Arabic word that means what the Prophet Muhammad said and what the Prophet Muhammad did. It does not mean give me a number. So when you Muslims ask for a number, you're basically showing how ignorant you are. I mean, I'm not trying to put you down. But if you ask a person of knowledge, give me a number, we're going to say, is this person real? And we're just going to walk away from you. Because the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, taught us. He said, never argue with an intelligent person because you will make them dislike you. And never argue with an ignorant person because the ignorant person may harm you. So we just walk away. If you don't know what a reference is which sitta, which collection. That's what reference means. It doesn't mean give me a number. By the way, numbers ain't the same in English as they are in Arabic anyway. So we have to be careful. That's why I tell you guys, if you guys want the references for what I'm teaching, it's right here. That's why I use PowerPoint. I'm a real teacher. It's hard, if you're to refute a person who's got the evidence in you. So take a screenshot. You want to know the reference for everything I'm teaching? Brother Bernard, take a screenshot of the PowerPoint. Those are all my references. And as Dr. Dramali said, there is no scholar on planet Earth who will refute that these hadiths that I'm giving you are authentic, because they are. They're from the second highest book you can get after the Quran. Okay? So take a screenshot, brothers. So let's get back to this. So you want to make sure that whatever your sutra is that you're using, that you space it enough where you can bow and you can prostrate. Because again, the people can walk in front of it, but they cannot come between it. Y'all got that? So, but you want to be able to bow and be able to prostrate. And also, again, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke about how it's forbidden for us to pass between. You read the Arabic, the Fusha, the between the person who's praying and his sutra. And we got a lot of hadiths that describe this as a major sin. It's a major sin to do that. For example, we have this hadith from Ibn Sa'id. He says that Zayd ibn Khalid sent him to Abu Juhaym to ask him what he had heard from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam about walking in front of someone who is praying. And he said that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if a person knew the sin of walking in front of a person who is praying, he would rather wait 40 years than to do so. And what's the source? The source is the group. And Brother Bernard, if you don't know what the group is, you really don't know. But that's the source. The source is the group. That means all of them. That means all of the scholars of the hadith are the same on that. That's Bukhari, that's Muslim, that's all of them. That's the source. Okay? Also, we have this hadith. Zayd relates that the Prophet said, if a person who passes in front of one who is praying knew what the sin of it was, it will be better for him to stand and wait for 40 autumns than to do so. Okay? So again, don't do that. Don't walk between. You can walk around the sutra, but not between. Be careful of that English. When we read this in English, it says walk in front. If I were to rewrite that hadith in English, the meaning in English, I would put between, not in front, because you can walk in front, just not between. Okay? Let's see what else we got here. Okay, also, if a person does try to come between you and the sutra, if a person does try to come between you and the sutra, you can fight him, or not fight, but push him to try to stop him from doing so. And that's based on this authentic hadith here. Whereas one of the companions said, I will tell you what I heard from Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. He said, one day I was with Abu Sa'id al-Khudri and he was offering prayer. It was on a Friday and he was facing something that hid him from the people. And a young man from the tribe of Mu'ayt came and tried to pass between him. He pushed him back. The man tried again, and again Abu Sa'id struck him harder, and the two men began to scuffle. The man then went to Marwan. Marwan was the ruler then. He went to Marwan and complained. And Abu Sa'id also went to Marwan. And Marwan said, what has happened between you and the son of your brother that's caused him to complain to me about you, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri? And he said, what happened was, I heard the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, if any one of you is praying facing a sutra and someone tries to pass between you and it, then turn him away. And if he refuses, then use force because he is nothing but a devil. What's the source? Bukhari and Muslim. Can't get no higher than that other than the Quran. Okay? So there's the dalil that if somebody does come between you and that sutra, you can use force to stop them because that person is nothing but a shaitan. And here's the final dalil. Remember, I told you guys were here. The young brother from Gaza talking about how a woman breaks your prayer. Well, the prayer is not invalidated by anything that walks in front of you. Where's the dalil? Here it is. Ali, may Allah be pleased with him. Uthman, may Allah be pleased with him. Who was Ali? Who was Uthman? Well, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, on the day of judgment, the third person that will enter paradise after me will be Uthman. May Allah be pleased with him. And the fourth person that will enter paradise will be Ali. And Allah tells us in the Quran that no one understands this religion better than those original companions. Ali was the fourth ruler of this nation. Uthman, the third ruler. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, stick to the traditional Islam. The traditional Islam is what I am upon and what my companions are upon and what the first four leaders after me are upon. These were the third and fourth leaders after him. That means nobody understands this religion better than them on this planet today. Well, those two, and I can drop the mic with them. I don't even have to mention the others. Those two, they are all of the opinion. They are all of the opinion. They are all of the opinion that the prayer is not invalidated by anything which passes in front of the person. And they base it on this authentic hadith here. A young person tried to walk in front of Abu Sa'id while he was praying, and Abu Sa'id held him off and pushed him off. It happened 3 times. And then Abu Sa'id said the Prophet said the prayer is not invalidated by anything, but instead stop the person who's trying to pass in front of you because he is a devil. We drop the mic. This hadith is Bukhari and Muslim. And like I said, this is what we tried to use before. I had to call Sheikh Morsi. Sheikh Morsi came in and set the record straight, but that young brother from Gaza didn't want to listen, which is a sign of what happens when we're stubborn. Okay? So I hope that clears up the question about women, dogs, and donkeys breaking your prayer. No, they don't break your prayer whether you got a sutra or not. Whether you have a sutra or not, anything that walks in front of you based on that last authentic hadith, whether you got a sutra or not, ain't nobody or no animal breaking your prayer. Okay? Number 2, try to pray with a sutra, especially when you are out in the open. Put something in front of you and make sure that it's whereas you can bow and prostrate. If anyone or anything tries to come between you and it, push it away. Okay. Are there any questions or comments? I'm going to stop right there. I hope this answers. Did you brothers take the screenshots? All those hadiths are Bukhari and Muslim. Okay, remember, when you're praying in the mosque, does everybody need to get their own sutra? I just went over that. People in Zoom, open your mouths. When you're praying in the mosque, does everybody need to have their own sutra?
No.
Why not? Come on, I just talked about it.
Because the prophet said that if anything comes in between it, the last hadith.
That ain't the reason why. Why not?
Because the walls.
Oh God, she wasn't even listening. Anybody else was listening?
The Imam Sutra is your sutra.
Thank you. The sutra of the Imam, Brother Ahmed, is your sutra. Right. The Imam is leading the prayer. His sutra is your sutra. So you don't have to get a sutra. You don't have to get a sutra because his sutra is yours. Okay, if you're praying at the mosque and you praying right behind the wall, if you're doing like Abu Sa'id al-Khudri was doing, or like the Prophet was doing in that other hadith, you're praying and you have a wall in front of you as your sutra. Is that your sutra? The wall is your sutra, Brother Ahmed. Anything that you put in front of you, it can be a pillar, like the first hadith. The Prophet Muhammad prayed facing the pillar. The Prophet Muhammad prayed facing a bedpost. He prayed facing a camel. He prayed facing a saddle. So if you got something in front of you, that's your sutra. Everybody understand. But when you're praying behind the Imam, you ain't got to put nothing in front of you because his sutra is your sutra. You guys got it? And I don't know why the sutra is so difficult for you brothers. I never understood why, but you brothers struggle with this. Y'all really do. Yeah, any other questions, Brother Ahmed? Okay, and that's exactly, Brother Edward. That's why when you, like I say, a lot of Muslims follow madhabs today. You go, like I said, we already talked about the raising of the arms and all of the hands and all of that. You know, people follow madhabs. Is raising the hands during the prayer, is that a pillar of the prayer? No, it's not. But that's why you go to the mosque. Some brothers don't raise their hands. They're following madhabs. Is that the way the Prophet prayed? No. But should you attack those brothers because they're not raising their hands? No. Leave that to the Imam. Let the Imam deal with that. Okay.
Excuse me, Sister Laila, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
When do you need a sutra?
That's the whole lecture. I just did. Okay, wait a minute. Are you praying at home?
Yes.
Then you don't have to worry about a sutra because the wall is your sutra. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. The same thing. Did you get the answer to Brother Ahmed? If you praying by yourself, is there a wall between you? Then the wall is your sutra. I keep telling y'all, this is easy. Yes. Okay, the sister here said she prays facing her couch. Is her couch her sutra? Yes. You pray facing the table. The table is your sutra. I pray in my bedroom. Everything in my bedroom is a sutra. You know, if you're praying out in the streets, let's say, for example, you go hunting. You and your family are camping out in the woods, in the desert. You know, get a sutra. You ain't got no walls, no barriers. Put a sutra in front of you. Okay? Does it make sense now, everybody? Is everybody clear on it? Yes, at home, you got walls. Your walls are your sutra. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? People got distracted. Y'all good in the Zoom room? Who was it that asked the question in Zoom, guys? The little kid. Whose baby was that?
Laila.
Oh, that was Layla's little baby? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got walls at home, and I'm pretty sure you're facing the wall when you pray. So that's your sutra, baby. Yeah. All right, guys. Any other questions or comments? Tomorrow is Thursday. Yes, tomorrow is Dr. McBride. Yes, his class is tomorrow. God, this week went by. Hey, it's the weekend already, guys. It went by fast again. Whoa. Time passes quickly. It's the weekend.
Sister Layla,
Yeah.
I don't mean to make this more complicated, but you know, during Ramadan, you know how kids are running around in the masjid. I've seen some women put their purse in front of them to use as a sutra. That's suitable, right?
That's good. Yeah. I told you, use your purse. Anything. It could be anything. The prophet used an animal, a saddle, anything. Put your purse. If you at the mosque and you got them bad kids running around, that's why I don't go to the mosque. But yeah, the mosque got some bad kids, man. And those kids will distract the heck out of you. And some of those kids will jump and try to climb up and down your legs. So if you out at the mosque and you doing Sunnah rakats, you know, take your purse, put it in front of you, and they know not to come between you and that purse. If they do come between you and that purse, you reach down and grab them and plop their butt on the ground. Yeah, you can use your purse. But if you praying behind the imam, don't worry about it. You understand, Layla?
Yes.
Yeah, because his sutra is yours. Right, his sutra is yours. Yeah. That's the same question that Brother Ahmed was asking too. Brother Ahmed, the same thing. If you at the mosque, you know, and you worried about the kids walking in front of you, put you something in front of you or pray in front of the wall, facing the wall or something, like Saeed al-Khudri did. That's what Saeed al-Khudri did. He prayed facing that wall, and that little boy still tried to come between him and it. Yeah. And it was his nephew. That little boy was his nephew. Mm-hmm. He was bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. All right, guys. Yeah, tomorrow we have Dr. McBride. He's doing his lecture on what is his lecture again? Good Geechee. I was supposed to make the thing.
Okay, the 10 questions that every Muslim should know from the Bible, about the Bible.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me write that down. 10 questions.
Every Muslim should know that's from the Bible, about the Bible or from the Bible.
Okay. I'm so glad you remember. I'm gonna put that right here on my computer so I can make that thing up tonight. Yeah, so tomorrow, guys, we have Dr. McBride. He's at 6 o'clock. And then you have my class, the Metcalcitic. And by the way, for those of you, y'all see the stream here, the little sticker. For those of you who have not yet purchased the book, please go to Amazon.com, pick up the book entitled The Metcalcitic Tafsir, Volume 2, Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid, Dr. Kareem Abu Zaid. Okay, and also get the Diluting El Wala Wal Bara Volume 1 too at Amazon. When I get through with the angels and prophets and stuff, I'm gonna go back to that book. Yeah. And please support us, guys. We need donations to keep this dawah effort going. Please support us. You can Zelle us at Laila@Sunnahfollowers.net, Cash App us at Cash App Sunnah Followers, or PayPal me at Sunnah Followers. Please. We only had I forgot how much. It wasn't that much in our account, and we still need $200 for the phone bill that's getting ready to come out. That's dial pad, whatever it's called. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to log out for tonight. I got me some coffee that was just delivered. Whew, yeah, it's too cold. I ain't going out there in that 20 below zero weather. I had me some DoorDashed it. All right, guys, inshallah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.